Just because God can doesn't mean God should. Just because God can doesn't mean God will. This is where a lot of people's faith goes in the ditch. You know? And I want God to heal my wife. I want God to get me a job. I want God to save my dad. I want God to bring my son back. I want God to keep us safe. And because He can, if He doesn't, that's going to be a problem for me. And people are living their faith that way. They're going along until they really need God to do something, and then they push all of their weight on that point, and they're like, God, this is it now. Either you answer this prayer, either you do this thing, or none of it's true. You talk to people who don't go to church anymore, people who don't follow the Lord anymore, people who don't believe what we believe anymore, you'll find more often than not a story like that. Yet the Scripture says that we should not put the Lord. What did Jesus say when Satan tempted Him? He said, it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test. But so many people do that. It's not that we haven't seen miracles. I had a man come up to me last night in the lobby of the church and tell me about an incredible medical miracle that he saw in the last 2 years. Unbelievable, complete change, answer to prayer. You know, months and months and months in the hospital, wait, going home today. Completely healthy, never went back. I believe that God heals. I believe that God meets needs more than we can even imagine. That's not the problem. The problem is getting yourself to a place where either God does this or nothing that I've believed is true. Notice how carefully these mature men of faith avoid that. Verse 16. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If this be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the fiery furnace, and He will deliver us out of your hand. In other words, we're going into the fire here in about another 30 seconds, and whether God gets us out of the fire or whether God takes us through the fire into heaven, we're not going to be under you anymore. That's what they're saying. God's going to get us out of this one way or another.